Let's recreate this animation I saw on Pinterest using only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Let's first set up our index.html and add the link to the styles and the script, and then add a div with the ID spiral. Now in the script, I'm going to set the words we spiral to just one letter to start with. Then I'm going to separate each character into its own div. Then we add that to the DOM. Okay, now let's go to the CSS. So if we take a look at this animation, the letter is going around in a circle, but it's turned so that the circle goes away from you and comes back. Now, what's a good way to represent a circle? You guessed it. It's trig time. So we'll have a CSS variable that we change in keyframes so that it starts at 0 degrees and goes to 360 degrees. Then for each character, we'll apply this animation, and then we're going to translate y based on the sine of the angle. And I'm going to multiply this by a factor of 100 pixels. So that it goes up 100 and down 100. Then for scale, we're going to shrink to 0 and back. So here we use the cosine of the angle. And I'm doing this math here because if I didn't, the letters would flip and not shrink. So it prevents negative values. Now let's add delay to each letter. So here I'm going to set a duration for the animation. It's based on the value in CSS. Then I'm going to set the delay of each animation to the duration divided by some value. I'll say 16. But when you run this, the delay is working, but it's waiting for each animation to start. We can fix this by making this a negative delay, which means the animation has started already in the past. It's a neat trick. And there you go. Now all that's left is adding a second spiral that's offset as well. And we replicated the original post. I love working on stuff that doesn't